or does he evolve like a Pokemon into the Easter Bunny creature? What's going on, everybody? King of Chaos, Logan Black here, and you're watching another episode of Pro Wrestling Explained to my wife. Hi, wife.
Hi, husband.
We're noticing a theme here. We've got our Christmas sweaters on. Very excited for the holiday season. And of course, what kind of a loving, wonderful husband would I be if I was not presenting you with the best of Christmas programming? And I could tell by your reaction, you already know that I'm full of shit.
I mean, odds are going to always be a bit.
You know? Patterns here. We've got patterns on the show. And the pattern on the show is I bring the most ridiculous stuff out. We're going to check it out. Mind you, there were a lot of things that I could have chose from when it comes to, like, bad Christmas stuff. Or bad holiday stuff. You know, there was the gobbledygooker, but, you know, he didn't wrestle. Mm-hmm. That was Halloween. Xanta Claus with an X. Santa Claus. Mm-hmm. Was an evil Santa Claus. He was from the South Pole.
Oh.
We're going to check out the Christmas creature from USWA.
All right.
When I say Christmas creature, what comes to mind?
Something like from the Black Lagoon, except it's a Christmas lagoon?
It's from a frozen pond. It comes out.
I was thinking more like festive.
Will I be getting coal in my stocking this year? Probably. Let's take a look. There are lots of questionable things in wrestling. Yeah. This is the Christmas creature.
Okay.
Memphis wrestling, which USWA was, is infamous for being very gimmick heavy. Mm-hmm. And here you go. This guy looks like, if you remember Power Rangers, right?
Of course.
Looks like Rita sent down her Make My Monster Grow on a Christmas tree. And that's how we got the Christmas creature.
It's like the Christmas-themed putty.
Yes. Care to take a wild guess who is under that gimmick?
I don't know.
That was gross. I'll give you a hint. He is a very well-known big man in wrestling, wore a mask for the majority of his career, and is currently a politician.
Jesse Ventura?
No. Kane.
Oh, I didn't know Kane was a politician.
Yeah, he's a weird libertarian guy.
I mean, that seems to be the check for most
wrestlers
who become politicians.
So, squash matches, obviously. This is what we have going on. I don't know. There's nothing much I could really say. Wrestling is just really weird when it comes to holiday-themed stuff. Obviously, like, is the Christmas creature going to go into January and, you know, doing matches like this? No.
Well, I mean, his gear obviously isn't going to last that long because it was clearly just someone went with tinsel and a glue gun and sort of threw some stuff on there.
Well, at least that was short. Very short.
Mm-hmm.
Like I said, there's a lot of Christmas-themed stuff we could have gone with. You know, Stone Cold Steve Austin giving Santa the Stunner, which is iconic for the Attitude Era. But, like, you know, that's not a wrestling match. It's not something we can get behind like that. You know, all the other Christmassy gimmicks, you know, it wasn't really much related to wrestling. But, you know, Jerry Lawler, in his infinite booking wisdom, or whoever it was in Memphis, you know, Jerry obviously had a hand in it, was like, let's put a Christmas character out there. I don't know, maybe this was a massive, you know, if you're in there, you're in the comments, let me know, was this a massive draw for Memphis wrestling, or just more horseshit? I don't know. What are your thoughts on the Christmas creature? Do you think we can move into springtime still promoting the Christmas creature, or does he evolve like a Pokemon into the Easter Bunny creature? Does he grow ears and give out Cadbury eggs?
I mean, it could really be whatever you want it to be. You could get multicultural and inclusive with it for modern times.
I feel like the Nation of Domination might have cornered the Kwanzaa creature.
Okay.
Barry Horowitz or Goldberg could have been the Hanukkah creature. See, we could work this whole entire thing. We can, you know, pull. Well, I was going to say Muhammad Hassan, but he was not actually Muslim to pull him out for any Eid. So let's not do that.
No.
Let's not do that. Let's be culturally sensitive to everybody. But there are options here. That's the point we're trying to make. But those options don't last very long outside of, the few weeks of celebration. And that's the other thing to keep in mind. This gimmick can only work between Thanksgiving and Christmas Eve. And then that's it. We got 1 month worth of feud. Hey, at least it wasn't a mummy.
I mean, thank goodness.
Well, that's going to be it for this episode of Pro Wrestling Explained to my wife. You can check me out on all social media, Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram at King of Chaos NYC. And you're checking this out right now on the Year One Wrestling Podcast YouTube channel. You should be checking out the podcast itself. Literally available anywhere that you can find a podcast. And then check it out on all social media at Year1 Pod. For you, dear?
You can find me on Instagram at Banana Lunch or Twitter at BenchPro Esquire.
And for the missus and myself, love each other, love yourselves, love pro wrestling.